joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashin' for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch, that's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin' man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. One of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the tower. right, what's happening, man? Top of the evening to y'all. Let's chop this game one time, man. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody had a blessed day. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed evening. And if you ain't, whatever you going through is temporary, you dig? But yeah, man. Y'all already know, man, we gonna chop this game. You know the drill, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. Hit that icon that's shaped like your thumbs up. You dig? You see who we got in the house, man. Got a lot of usual suspects. RJ, what's up with it, man? Glory to God, glory to the game, you dig? Indeed. Sylvia, with your little mischievous ass. I see you. End zone, what's up with it? Okay, look, I see it's doing it again, man. If it appears to you like the live ended, tap out, tap right back in, you dig? Because it be tripping like that. YouTube be hating on me for some reason, man. I don't know what they doing, man. I don't know what's up with YouTube, man. Born Supreme, I see you. Falling in from the great city of Van Nuys, 818. Peace and blessings, freezer freeze. Yeah, man. I love that Van Nuys, man. Got a lot of great memories in that Van Nuys, man, especially with Sinful to P, man. You know, we had some good times over there in that Van Nuys. See who else we got in the house. Like I said, man, if it appears to you like the live ended, tap out, tap back in, and it'll resume. You dig? Richard, I see you. RP Philip Brandon Gilmore. You dig? Count 9. We in here. Teddy P. Sahar, cheers. I9 Bash. Noah La Rosa. You dig? Adam Guy, my guy. What's up with it? Almighty Justice. Anton, what's happening? Black Warrior Spirit, what's happening? Atway. My guy, Ray Gunn, what's up with it? RC on the Aces. Caitlin in Iowa, what's up with it, man? Motivational fuel, this track is Freeze. I appreciate you, man. CW, Mo Jones. Andre Wade. Is this live or pre-recorded? Man, we live direct and in full effect. You dig? Flash 1. Okay, man, I see y'all, man. We up in here. Eric, what's up with you, man? Derek Shabazz. T9, get up. Kilo, I see you. James Burton, what's up with it? All right, man, let's get into this game, man. Y'all already know, man. Like I said, when you step into a pimp's domain, wipe your feet off at the door. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. And you already know the first order of business. We got to put some love in our body, man. Yeah. Okay. That cool, refreshing drink, man. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube be trying to play with this game, man, and be making it appear like the live ended when it didn't. But yeah, for those of y'all just tapping in, man, this is not a pre-recorded video. We are live, direct, and in full effect right now. And man, you know, it'd be so much crying going on, man. It'd be so much pessimism going on, man. You would think the game is just all bad. Like it's no good in the game. You would really think that if you pay attention to a lot of participants in the game on social media, man, be a lot of complaining going on, be a lot of misery going on, be a lot of crying going on, be a lot of small, petty, tit for tat shit going on. And if that was all you saw if that was the only representation of the game, you would think like, man, the game is all bad. Why people profess to love the game so much? Why people profess to be such proud participants of the game if it's all bad, if all they do is complain? Hey, man, I'm here to let you know, man, the game is good. And not only is the game good, the game is always good, man. The game is always good. It's your trifling ass that might be bad sometimes. It's your trifling ass that might do wrong by the game and go against the grain with the game sometimes. But the game itself is always good, man. Put some more of this love in my body, man. Hold on. Dig off into this shit. Let me see real quick. Okay, it's 80 people in here, man, but only 61 of y'all wiped your feet off at the door. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. You dig? But yeah, man, the game is always good, man. You know, anytime, you know, I've been in the game for a little while. Man. And anytime the game has been bad to me, is because I wasn't doing right by the game. And it take some true honesty with self, some true accountability, you know, to acknowledge that. But it's a fact though. Anytime the game did me wrong, I was doing the game wrong. You know, I don't want y'all to think that because Freeze get up here and he sound nice and, you know, he popped this game and he wears suits and work out and don't eat bullshit and don't get high, do drugs or none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Don't think that because of the way things appear, you know, that Freeze is perfect. Freeze is far from perfect, man. Freeze done made probably more mistakes than all of y'all gonna make. You dig? But the mistakes are a blessing because they help you grow, they help you evolve and prepare you to elevate. You know what I mean? And speaking of elevation, right? People always in the game talking about elevation. Elevate this, elevate that, elevate this. As I've told y'all before, man, you know, a lot of people be wanting to elevate in the game, but they don't want to evolve in the game. They don't want to grow in the game. You know, you got to evolve and you got to grow before you can elevate. You know what I mean? Or sometimes you might be blessed with the opportunity to elevate prematurely, but you won't be able to sustain it the way that you're supposed to, you know? And that's why you got to grow. You got to evolve. And the way that you do that is by staying down, going through it to get to it, you know, soaking up game, having an open eye, mind, and ear for the game. You dig? And the game is going to do you right. Now, of course, like I said, not only am I not perfect, but nobody is perfect. So, you know, everybody in the game is going to have times where they do wrong by the game, whether it be intentionally or subconsciously or what have you. You know, we all make mistakes. You know, and sometimes when you make certain mistakes, the game gonna spank you. But it is all for the greater good of the game and your participation in the game. So even when the game is spanking you, the game is still being good to you. You know what I mean? Because when the game is spanking you, right, the game is showing you something. The game is giving you an eye opener. Now, a lot of times we don't take heed to those eye openers. A lot of times we don't acknowledge those eye openers. And when we do that, we think the game is all bad. Man, why the game keep doing me like this? Why the game keep putting me in jail? Why the game keep making these hoes blow on me? How come I can't keep a hoe past 7 days? Why the game keep giving me these punks? Why the game keep giving me these ones that just weak and don't last and don't understand and ain't trying to listen? Why the game keep giving me these ones with all these bad habits? Hey, sometimes you got to look at yourself, right? See, man, we about to get off into this game, man, for real though, right? See, listen, man. It be cats that complain about the type of students that they have, right? And the things that they complain about, guess what they doing? Those things. Man, they doing the things that they complaining about. You know, cats, you got cats that'll complain about a chick drinking too much. It's so alcoholic ass broad, man. Every time I turn around, she drinking. I can't stop her from drinking. She getting drunk. She getting belligerent. She ain't making no money because she drunk all the time. Meanwhile, you the one that, not only are you getting drunk all the time, but you the one that put her on alcohol. She wasn't even a drinker like that till she got with your ass. You know what I mean? But you complaining about her being a drinker. You introduced her to it. So not only did you introduce it to her, but you didn't show her anything greater. Like I've said before, you know, being godlike to them hoes every chance that you get, right? When you being godlike, you showing her something greater than what she's currently demonstrating in her own life. You showing her something greater than what she normally sees on a regular basis, right? So that she can be inspired to aspire to that, right? But like I said, you got casted, especially in towns like Vegas or, you know, any other place where they got casinos, which is a lot of places. Oh man, this bitch always gambling, man. Every time I turn around, she gambling. I can't keep her off the tables. My partner called me last night talking about she was at the crap table. Talking about baby need new shoes. Oh man, every time I turn around, one of my partners calling me like, "Hey P, your game over here on the blackjack table, man. Betting it all." For real, man. But guess what you doing? While she at the MGM on the blackjack table, you at the Venetian on the crap table, on the roulette table. You know what I mean? And while she over there losing 1,000, you over there losing 5,000. You know what I mean? So, sucker repellent. Once again, good looking with the $10 holler. You dig? Glory to the game, blessings to Freeze, and to everyone in the room. Dig that. Yeah, man. But yeah, sucker repellent. You know, man. You know about that town where they be gambling at, man. You know what be going on around there. You know, so like I said, you know, if she got a gambling problem and you have a gambling problem, you can't complain or be mad at her for having a gambling problem. You know, a lot of cats have that do as I say but not as I do approach to the game. And that's gonna go bad every time, man. It's gonna go bad every time. Stunting like her daddy. Indeed, man. But stunting the wrong way like her daddy. She putting her underwears on backwards like her daddy, you know what I mean? She putting her shoes on the wrong feet like her daddy, you know what I mean? That she stunting all the way wrong like her daddy. For real. But yeah, man. You know, it's a lot of things that cats be complaining about with these chicks, but they guilty of the same things. So, you know, one way to avoid that type of stuff is to be better yourself. You know what I mean? And constantly work on yourself. See, the Freeze that you hear now, the Freeze that you see now, this ain't the Freeze from 15 years ago, 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. This is a constantly evolving, constantly growing Freeze. And the one that you see on YouTube ain't the same one that was moving around, you know, like I said, 20, 15 years ago, right? You know what I mean? Like, See me now, it's people see me and they like, damn, Freeze, you don't do this, you don't do that. I don't. Most of y'all know I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke anything. I don't do any drugs. I don't drink soda. I don't eat fried foods. Shit, nowadays I hardly even eat cooked food. Most of the food that I eat is raw. You know what I mean? But what else? I don't eat bread. I don't eat dairy. I don't eat rice. What else? Of course, no red meat, no pork. And there's probably some other stuff that I'm forgetting right now. You know what I mean? But see, when people hear that, they like, dang, Freeze, how you just get like that? How you just cut out so much stuff? And how do you just avoid this and avoid that? It's constant evolution. It's constant growth. You know what I mean? It wasn't like just yesterday I was eating slabs of ribs and pork chops and, pastrami sandwiches and all, it wasn't yesterday, and macaroni and cheese, you know what I mean? Even though I ain't gonna lie, my sister made some bomb macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving, so I did cheat a little bit and have some of that macaroni and cheese, you know what I mean? But it's not something that I do on a regular basis. It's like a holiday thing. Some things I don't do at all, like red meat and pork. I don't do that at all. You know what I mean? Alcohol, special occasions type of thing. You know what I mean? But, this is something that it took time. This is a 20-year plus ongoing process. You know what I mean? The first thing I stopped, which is the longest thing that I've stuck with, is soda, which went from soda to just carbonated drinks, period. So not only do I not drink soda, but I don't drink Red Bulls. I don't drink carbonated Monsters. The Monster Rehabs, which are the non-carbonated Monsters, I drink those sometimes. What else? Sparkling water. That's what I was trying to think of. Sparkling water. I don't drink any of that type of stuff. But, it started with that. Then, years later, red meat and pork. Years later, alcohol, fried food. Years later, bread and dairy. It's something that's constantly going on. I'm just constantly bettering myself, right? So, but the key is to start with the mindset of I want to be better. And the better you treat yourself, guess what else gonna treat you better? The game. You dig? Because when you treat yourself better, you naturally treat everybody around you better, right? When you're treating yourself bad, 9 times out of 10, you're going to treat people around you bad. If you putting alcohol in your body and you get to kicking it with people, you're going to try to encourage them to drink alcohol too, 9 times out of 10, because you don't want to be drinking by yourself. You don't want to be miserable by yourself. You don't want to be on BS by yourself. So you're going to invite them and have a drink with me, and that's how it starts for a lot of people. A lot of people, it starts with, have a smoke with me, have a drink with me. You dig? But when you're treating yourself good, let's go eat a salad. You know what I mean? Let's drink some water with some lemon in it, Or even if you go to a bar, because I still go to bars. I just drink cranberry juice. I go to clubs, strip clubs, all that. Not all the time. I don't go nearly as much as I used to. But whenever I do fall into them type of environments, it's, pineapple juice, cranberry juice, or water. I can be in them type of environments where everybody is drinking because I'm so much the master of myself. I can control myself in them type of environments and be cool. And not be a party pooper, because you got them kind of people too that talk shit about people that's doing things that they don't do.
I'm not that type of person at all. You know, you could be around me, you could drink, you could smoke, you could do whatever. Well, not whatever. Certain things I just ain't gonna be around, like them drugs and all that, pill popping and snorting and shooting and all that. Him ain't gonna be around for all that. But if you just, you know, smoking some weed or drinking some alcohol, you know, the weed, I'm gonna keep my distance because you know that shit be conflicting with a pimp's cologne, man. So pimp can't be smelling like the weed, you know what I mean? That just conflicts with my flyness, man. So I can't, you know, you might be over there while I'm over here, but we, you know, we talking from across the way and things like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, the drinking and anything else, you know what I mean? I'm not a party pooper that's gonna make you feel bad or try to put a guilt trip on you for doing what you do. But one thing I am gonna do is demonstrate something better. And see, like I said, when you treating yourself good, you treating the game good, you know. And see me as a even though I don't see myself like that, I'm forever 21 to peak, man. I turn 21 every year. You dig? I just turned 21 about 5-6 weeks ago, right? Once again, but people see me as an elder in the game, and as an elder in the game, I take pride in the fact that I demonstrate things to young people in the game that they 9 times out of 10 ain't seen before they seen it from me, right? You know, like if I'm in a circle of young peas and everybody passing around the styrofoam cups, you know what I mean? Then everybody passing around a drink, you know, and it might be like 10 cats in a circle and everybody take a cup except for me. But I'm still chilling though, you know what I mean? And I ain't talking shit, you know, we just, you know, resuming the normal program. You know, a lot of cats ain't seen that before. You know, and a lot of cats feel uncomfortable and they don't know how to feel comfortable without jumping on the bandwagon. They don't know how to feel comfortable without doing what everybody else is doing in the mix, right? So when they see me do it, for a lot of young cats, that's their first time seeing somebody in the mix that ain't doing what everybody else is doing, but they still comfortable. You know, because some people try to do that, but they be uncomfortable, right? And that's somebody that, like I say, ain't really truly the master of theyself just yet, you know? But because me, when I think back, when I was fresh in the game, I didn't really see nobody that, like, you know, when everybody else is drinking, they wasn't drinking, or when everybody else is smoking weed, they ain't smoking weed. I didn't really see that. You know what I mean? Or like somebody like myself who don't eat this, don't eat that, don't drink this, don't smoke that, don't snort this, don't shoot that. Like, I didn't really see anybody like that when I was coming in the game. So that's why, like, I'm making my business to put that on display in front of people, you know, especially young cats in the game that's fresh in the game. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you an elder in the game, right? Or this really just go for anything in life. It's beyond just the game, right? When you an elder in whatever community you a part of, when younger people see you, younger people that's like coming of age, you know, like teenagers up until like early 20s, you know, when they see you doing certain things, they like kids, they like sponges. You know what I mean? Any of y'all that got kids, you already know, like, when your kids be around you, they soaking up everything that you doing. They paying attention. They watching your every move, even when you are not aware of what you're doing, right? Young people in whatever community you're a part of, they be the same way. Prime example, right? And I've mentioned this before, but like one time I'm on the Blade. It's probably about like 7 or 8 P's. We all kicking it, chopping game. And we were at a Circle K. And I would go in there and get like a banana or a bottle of water or something like that, right? But whenever I would finish whatever I was eating or drinking, I would walk to the trash can, which might be like 30 feet away, and put it in the trash can, then come back and resume, right? But this is just normal behavior. This is just naturally what I do, right? So a young cat that was there in the circle, he probably about 21, 22. He was like, damn, P. He was like, you do not litter. You don't throw nothing on the ground. He's like, I've been watching you, man. Everything that you get done with, you walk to the trash can and throw it away. I was like, yeah, that's just, that's just the right thing to do. But I wasn't like aware of the fact that I was being, I was making a positive impact on him. But, he might still to this day. And this was like probably, this was about like 7 years ago. And he probably still like that to this day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I say all of that to say, when you good to yourself, you're going to be good to others naturally. When you're treating yourself better, you're going to treat others better naturally. And the game is going to treat you better. When you're good to yourself, the game is going to be good to you. You know what I mean? Right, proper etiquette. Sylvia, good looking with the $5 holla. Brother Bill, good looking with the $2 holla. Glory to God for this game. My brother is iron. Oh, my brother in iron, my bad. Yes, sir, Bill, that's my brother in iron. And the Alchemist Lab, good looking with the $7.77 holla. The 777 holla, you dig? Glory to the game. Thanks for giving us advice on this game. They say it's free game, but you still got to pay attention. Thanks for teaching, pimping. Indeed. Good looking on your end, the Alchemist Lab, for sure. But yeah, that's real talk. I like the way you said that, because that's real. That's all the way 100. They say the game is free, but you still got to pay attention. And I'm so glad that you said that, man, because there are a lot of people, not just young ladies, especially young ladies, but not just young ladies. You got a lot of young gentlemen in the game too that are available to the game. The game is falling on them, but they not paying attention. They not listening the way that they supposed to. So they not soaking it up. They not absorbing it the way that they supposed to. Like you said, they say the game is free, but you definitely got to pay attention. And for people who naturally pay attention, or people who grew up, learning to pay attention, and they were groomed to pay attention, to you it seems like, a small price to pay for some information. But trust me, it's a major price to pay, because I know some people that just do not listen. They get game bestowed upon them, and they just don't listen. And some people got to bump their head once. Some people got to bump their head twice. Some people got to bump their head a few times to really start paying attention and receive the game. And that's a bigger price to pay. Them bumping your heads and all of that, that's a bigger price to pay than just paying attention. You really want to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention, you're going to pay another way. You're going to pay with bumping your head. And sometimes when you bump your head, it can be extremely costly. It can cost you in ways that you just don't want to deal with. Like, damn, I got to pay this price? I got to pay years out of my life? I got to pay all this money? I got to pay all this time? Yeah. When all you had to do was pay attention. Paying attention ain't nearly as expensive as paying, with a head bump, for real. You dig? Ray Gunn, good looking with the $2 holla. Let me see, man. It's 159 of y'all in here, but you mean to tell me that only 132 of y'all wiped your feet off at the door? You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me it's 27 of y'all at least, probably really more than that came into a pimp's domain and didn't wipe your feet off at the door? And what Rollo the pimp say? Who raised you? Who raised you? Man, go wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain, man. Who raised you? Put some more of this good old love in my body, man, real quick. Yeah, man. Who raised you? Let me see. As y'all getting it together, okay, I see some of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. Hit the like button one time. Okay, y'all getting them up. Okay, I see 151 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door. It's still some of y'all got to get it together, but we going to give y'all some time. Bless your heart. Po babies, bless your heart. But yeah, the game is always good, man. And see, when you understand that the game is always good, it just makes you want to better yourself so that you can be as good as you can be to the game, so that the game can in return be as good to you as it can be, which is extremely good. When you extremely good to the game is going to be extremely good to you, for real. And can you believe, man, that a lot of people is walking around every day participating in this game and they don't even believe in the game? Can you believe, man, that it's a lot of people walking around every day participating in this game that don't even like the game? Can you believe, man, that there's people walking around every day participating in this game that don't even like nobody else in the game? Can you believe, man, that there's people walking around every day participating in this game that don't even like theyself? So if you participating in the game every day, right? You don't believe in the game. You don't like people in the game. And you don't like yourself. Of course, if you listen to somebody like that, of course you're going to think the game is bad. If they the only, like I said, if they the only representation of the game that you see, of course the game is going to appear bad to you. If they the only thing that you see. Yeah, man, so it ain't no mystery. It ain't no mystery why the game would appear bad to certain people. You know, cause see, some people, right? These people who I'm talking about, who don't believe in the game, who don't like people in the game and don't like theyself, those type of people, they want to reap the benefits of something that they don't want to be responsible for. Let me say that again. People who don't believe in the game, don't like people in the game, and don't like themselves are in the game because they want to reap the benefits of something they don't want to be responsible for. Seriously. You know what I mean? You know, everybody wants some money, but a lot of people don't want to be responsible for making the money, doing what's necessary to make the money, right? It's just like a sales job. You know, if you go to a car lot, you might have 10 different salesmen on that car lot, right? Everybody want to get paid. Everybody want to get commission. But everybody don't want to do what's necessary to be the best salesperson they can be, right? So naturally, you're going to have some people that sell more than others. And then you're going to have those one or two people that just kill the game. They just sell way more than everybody. You know what I mean? Because they want a certain end. They want a certain outcome. They want a certain result. that they are willing to be responsible for. So what they gonna do? You know what I mean? It's a sales job, right? You know, they got sales courses that you can take. They got sales books that you can read. You know, I'm sure it's a million YouTube channels that specialize in teaching people how to be better at sales. So them people that want the best outcome with their sales job at that car lot, they gonna soak up as much game as they can. They gonna look in the mirror and practice. They get down, they spiel. They gonna do whatever they gotta do to be better at what they do so they can get the most commission and have the best outcome, right? Same thing with telemarketing or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Even something as simple as like being a barber, you know, and social media done got way better nowadays, right? But see, I remember back in the days, right, when like early 2000s, right? I was young. I was like 19, 20 at the time, right? And me and my partners, Smooth and Stacy, we used to ride from Long Beach all the way to South Central to Leimert Park, right? We used to go to Leimert Park because it was a barbershop over there. It's still there to this day, called Millennium Barbershop, right? And back in those days, behind Millennium Barbershop is like an alley / parking lot, right? Man, that little corridor right there was hustle central, man. You know, whatever you wanted on some black market shit, you could get back there. You know what I mean? If you wanted clothes, if you wanted alcohol, if you wanted stuff for your house, if you wanted a car, if you wanted a new identity, whatever it was that you wanted, man, you could find behind Millennium Barbershop in Leimert Park, right? So this is like early 2000s, right? So like I said, it's Millennium Barbershop. So I say Millennium probably has somewhere in like maybe like around 10 to 12 barbers. It might be a little more than that. It's a big barbershop, right? Now you got various different kind of barbers. You know, you got some barbers that like, they just chill. They wait for somebody to walk in, ask for a haircut. You know what I mean? Then some of them got their regular clientele that they just depend on. But the most serious barbers, they hanging out in the parking lot where all the niggas is at. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You look like you need a shape up. Man, I got you, man. Come on, man. Come get a shape up real quick, man. Whoop. They was out there hustling. And those was the barbers that did the best. You know what I mean? Everybody wants some money, but some people don't want to be responsible for the outcome that they want, right? And some people is going to do whatever's necessary to make the outcome as best as they can, right? So it really goes for anything. It's not exclusive to the game. But within the game, right, everybody wants some money, but everybody don't want to be responsible for what it takes to get the money, right? That's just like for the young ladies in the game, right? Born Supreme, exactly. You have to be proactive. That's like for the young ladies in the game, right? Right now as we speak, it's a chick somewhere like this in every major city in America right now, right? She's a cute young lady. Got a nice body, pretty face, nice smile, right? And from the time she was a teenager, she's gotten her way with people just based on how she looks, right? So, you know, because she didn't have somebody in her life to give her certain game, as far as, you know, not only depending on your looks, like your looks is cool, but you don't want to just depend on that because your looks are only going to get you so far, right? See the young ladies that understand being responsible for the outcome that they want, they know that, right? They know, like, yeah, I might be pretty, but my looks are only going to get me so far. But it's a young lady in every city somewhere, right? From the time she was a teenager, she was just getting her way because of how she looks. So now she grows up. Now she's in the game. She getting down every day. But she doesn't have any regard for how she talks to Tricks, right? She doesn't have any regard for how to understand Tricks, to even understand the men that she's dealing with on a nightly basis, right? So because of that, not only does she not know the right things to say in order to get cooperation from the Trick in the best way possible and get the best outcome from the Trick possible, but on top of that, because like I said, from the time she was a teenager, she got her way with people based on how she looked. So because she's so accustomed to getting her way, she has a real problem when she doesn't get her way, right? She one of them kids that never was told no. She one of them kids that from the time she was a little girl, and she in the store with her mama and she asks for some candy and her mama tell her no, she get the throwing a tantrum, and then her mama say, fine, girl, just go ahead and get it. Mom, I want some M&Ms. No. I want some M&Ms. Give me some M&Ms. I want some M&Ms right now. Yeah. Girl, be quiet. Go ahead and get them M&Ms and shut up. She wanted them, right? You know what I mean? So she understood from an early age that, whenever she don't have her way, maybe if she throws a fit, she just might have her way. You know what I mean? But see, when somebody grows up, they kind of evolve in that nonsense, right? To the point where in the midst of throwing a fit, they get disrespectful. So like I said, you got this chick, not only does she not even care to understand the types of men that she's dealing with so that she can have a better outcome when dealing with them, she throwing a fit and she getting disrespectful. Whenever the Trick say something that she don't want to hear, get out of here with your broke ass. Now he got to be broke. Now he got to be this. Now he got to be that. Now he got to be everything but a child of God just because he don't want to give you what you want. And it's not even so much that he doesn't want to give you what you want. You just don't know how to say the right things and behave the right way to get what you want from him. You know what I mean? So she's like that, right? And then not only that, but, like I said, she got a nice look about herself, right? And see, one thing that's unfortunate for some attractive women, the attractive women who rely solely upon their looks to get through life, they don't they really don't ever deal with men that are willing to challenge them to be better, right? Because they think that they already more than good enough because they get their way with everybody based on how they look. But most of them have never been with a man that's going to challenge them, that's going to make them, want to be better, that's going to make them want to grow, evolve, improve in different areas, right? So because of this, she might got hairy legs, especially if she's sitting in the end call. Hey, listen, it's 178 people in here right now. If you one of them chicks that's sitting in the end call with hairy legs, hey, take this phone with you or your phone or your iPad or whatever you listening to this on. Carry this shit over there to the bathroom with you. Go sit in that tub, break that razor out, and shave them hairy ass legs. I know somebody in here is sitting in the end call with some hairy ass legs right now. Go shave them damn legs. You know what I mean? I don't care how cute you is. You ain't cute with them hairy ass legs. Go shave them legs. I know you in here listening. You know I'm talking to your ass. Go shave them legs. Legs looking like a bearskin rug around here and things, man. Come on now. But like I say, it's chicks in here. You know what I mean? There's chicks everywhere. hairy legs. You know what I mean? They might go a few days without shaving their armpits because I'm still cute. I still get some money. Even if I don't shave today, I can still get some money. You know what I mean? You know, she let her hair look any kind of way because she cute, she can still get some money. And then especially them chicks who got like long pretty hair, they really think they could just do whatever they want and just be any kind of way. You know, if they got that long curly hair or that long straight hair or whatever, you know what I mean? They just, you know, they rock the messy bun and think they cool. No. You know what I mean? But they just maneuver through life any old kind of way and expect to get the greatest outcome. And they might, some of them chicks that, you know, just rely solely upon their looks, some of them do get a little further than most just based on that, right? But see, if you're doing better than everybody else, or just slightly better than everybody else, or even if it just appears to look like you doing better than everybody else, but you can do 1,000 times better, then that ain't cool. You know what I mean? Like they say, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. But some of y'all got two eyes, you just got one eye closed. And you think that because everybody blind and you got one eye, you doing good. No, you got two eyes though. Open them up. That's what's going on. It's a lot of that going on in the game. You dig? So, and that's ultimately you not being the best to yourself that you can be. You're not treating yourself the best that you can. And because you're not treating yourself the best that you can, the game ain't treating you the best that it can. You know? If you want a certain outcome, if you want certain results, if you want, you know, to reach certain goals, you got to be responsible for it. So when you look good, right? This is what's supposed to be the case. When you look good naturally, right? You got a nice body, pretty smile, you know what I mean? Pretty face, you know, along with that, you should take time with your appearance. When you step outside, you should look like somebody that is not easy to look like. You know what I mean? You should take time to shave them hairy ass legs. You know what I mean? You should take time, make sure your hands and your feet are done, nails done. Take time with your hair. Make sure your hair is right. Take time with your makeup. You know what I mean? Make sure that's right. Put you some nice earrings on. You know? Something that's going to, you know, accent you and compliment you. And put some damn heels on. Don't be scared of them heels. You know? And not them grandma heels that's like 1.5 inches long. Again, I know it's somebody in here listening right now. It's 192 of y'all in here right now. I know it's somebody in here that got heels, but your whole heel collection is only 1 and 2 inch pumps. Hey, listen. Listen, grandma. Throw them grandma heels away, them church heels away, and go get you some stilettos. Stop playing. Stop being comfortable. Go get you some stilettos. You know what I mean? Let's see who gonna keep it 100 in here. Hey, who in here right now got a whole collection of grandma heel, or at least half of your collection of heels is 1 and 2 inches? Let's see. Raise your hand. Let's see who gonna keep it 100. Let's see if we get any hands, y'all. Come on. Them patty melts. I always try to look my best. I never know who I'm gonna meet. Exactly. Sylvia know what's up. Let the praise dance heels go. So laugh my ass off. For real, man. We ain't gonna get no hands. Ain't nobody gonna keep it 1,000 out here tonight. It's okay. It's all right. Long as you know and I know, it's cool. You know what I mean? And you ain't even gotta know that I know. You know what I mean? Right. Sylvia know what's up. 6 inches, please. For real though. That's that grown woman stuff. You know? Hey, and guess what? Sometimes in order to be the best and have the best and do the best, you got to make sacrifices, man. Anybody that you see that's the best at what they do, like a Beyonce or a LeBron James, a Steph Curry, Tom Brady, any of these people that you see that are the best at what they do, guess what they all have in common? They make more sacrifices than everybody else doing what they do. Everybody else in their profession, everybody else in their field, they make more sacrifices than everybody. And that's why you see the greatness that you see from them. You know what I mean? They go through more discomfort than everybody around them, everybody who does the same thing that they do. You know, LeBron James is going through more discomfort than everybody around him. Steph Curry is going through more discomfort than everybody in doing what he do. Beyonce is going through more discomfort than everybody who does what she does. You know? And guess what? The rewards are great. The rewards for them sacrifices are great. You know? You don't see anybody that's like legendary. Well, I can't say that. Because some people get by because they are just naturally gifted, right? But they don't make the sacrifices that they can make. So everybody sees like for instance, right? Like Shaquille O'Neal, like Shaq, right? Shaq is legendary, no doubt. You know what I mean? Shaq is cold. You know, probably my favorite center. You know? Yeah, I'll probably have to say Shaq is my favorite big man. But anybody who follows Shaq's career knows that Shaq was lazy. You know what I mean? Especially in them later years. He probably wasn't as lazy in them younger years, you know, because that's them show and prove years. But, you know, like when Shaq was on the Lakers, as cold as he was lazy. He was just so naturally gifted. That's why he was just killing the game the way that he was. But listen, man, like that Shaq that went to the Miami Heat and won that championship, that was a different type of Shaq. You know what I mean? And you see the rewards that he reaped. You know, he won a championship with D Wade. But that Shaq in that season that won a ring with the Miami Heat, if that was the same Shaq every year throughout his career, man, Shaq would have like 10 rings. You know what I mean? He got 4, but he supposed to have like 10. You know what I mean? For real though. Right, if Shaq had just half of Kobe's work ethic. And see, that's how real Kobe was. Kobe used to tell Shaq, like, man, if you just had the right work ethic, man, you'll be the greatest player ever. Way greater than myself. Kobe said this to Shaq. You know what I mean? But, you know, shout out to Shaq. I love Shaq. You know what I mean? One thing about Shaq that I love more than anything, more than his basketball career, Shaq is a great humanitarian, man. Shaq do a lot for a lot of people. And that's the greatest thing. You know what I mean? That's the greatest thing that people could do is be a blessing to people. And Shaq does that tremendously. You know, LeBron James, Another great humanitarian in basketball or just sports, period. You dig? But yeah, man, sacrifices. You know, when you make certain sacrifices and pay the prices that you need to pay, attention being one of them, in order to be great, in order to be good, and do good by the game is going to do good by you. If you're great to the game is going to be great to you. It's natural. Let me see, man. Okay, y'all got the likes up. Okay, good looking. But even though it's more likes than there are viewers right now, I'm pretty sure that not all of you have wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain. So if you have not done so, please do so now. Wipe your feet off when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. Work ethic is a great skill to obtain. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Freeze? All I know is hustle. Absolutely. You know what I mean? See, it's a lot of Shaqs in the game. It's a lot of people that think they a Shaq, but they not a Shaq. It's a lot of people that got that Shaq attitude, but they really a Sean Bradley. You know what I mean? They got that Shaq attitude, but they really a Sean Bradley though, man. They ain't got nearly the talent. You know, they just in the game, and they think because they in the game and they think they're a Shaq, they think they gifted like that and blessed like that, they gonna, you know, they gonna reap them kind of rewards. But nah, you ain't a Shaq, man. But there still are a lot of Shaqs in the game though. It's a lot of Shaqs in the game that rely on their natural gifts and don't work to develop certain talents. And it's sad, man, because it's crazy, right? I'll be seeing a lot of chicks in the game, man, that are just they got so much potential about themselves, right? They could be so great. Like, not only do they look good, but they got the right personality. You know, they got a cool sense of humor. But they just don't want to soak up the game. They don't want to listen. They think they know everything. So because of that, they don't reach nearly half of the potential that they got. Put some more love in my body, man. Excuse my pimping. Hold up. Okay. Ain't nothing like this H2O. Got to put some love in your body, man. Noah LaRosa, I see you sipping the love with me. That's right. Mm-hmm. Hey, but see, I can't just get on the ladies, man. I got to get on the fellas in the game too. Because, man, it's a lot of cats in the game that are not good to the game. They're not good to themselves. And they're not good to others in the game. And they got so much potential to be great, but they just don't see it. And because they don't see it, they don't be it. But, man, you got some cats that, okay, there go my partner, Dow Jones. What's happening with you, Dow? Dow Jiscus. Let me do this real quick. Got to give my partner Dow a wrench one time. Got to give Dow that Draco. But yeah, Dow know what I'm talking about, man. It's a lot of cats with some cold potential about themselves, man. That just don't they don't see it, so they don't be it. You know, a lot of cats that they got some bad habits that's just weighing them down, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's a trip, right? Some cats got such a cold mouthpiece and such a cold catch hand They just knock left and right. Left and right. But they got different monkeys on their back. Some of them got a gambling monkey on their back. Some of them got a drug monkey on their back. Some of them got a alcohol monkey on their back. They just got different monkeys on their back, man. And see, when you ain't good to them students that you got, it ain't gonna last long. You know, even if your student don't know exactly what you're doing, that ain't cool. Because if you got people getting down for you and breaking themselves to you on a regular basis, right? They giving you they all. This how you know the spirit of the game ain't dealing with you the way that it's supposed to. If you got people that's socking it to your pocket like a skyrocket, man, and you at the gambling table every night, or even every other night, you know what I mean? Blowing the trap at the gambling table. That ain't gonna last long. Something is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Something is gonna happen to make that situation go bad. I done seen it so many times, right? I remember I had a partner, and cold individual in the game, right? Well known, well respected veteran, right? And he used to get blessed. He got a cold catch hand, and he would get blessed with some of the coldest work, right? And I just remember this once, you know, it's different scenarios, but one that just sticks out in my mind, right? He had knocked this chick, man. And this chick was a heavy hitter. I'm talking about every night she coming back with 7, 5, 10, 8, 12, 6, like consistently, right? She just hitting, man. It's like, damn. Girl killing the game. But you know, he wasn't doing right by the blessing, man. So what he doing? He going to the casino. Blowing it. You know what I mean? Going to the casino, blowing it. And old girl, she understood what was going on, right? She probably didn't understand how much was being lost. But she understood, you know, that he liked to gamble, you know what I mean? Man, what she didn't know is that a lot of what she was handing over to him was getting lost on that gambling table, right? So it's unfortunate, man, what happened to her. Like, she was driving one day, man, and it was raining. And she was getting off the freeway, and you know, she hydroplaned and had a real bad accident, man, and messed her up real bad, like messed her head up, like to where her motor skills was messed up. She was talking real slow. She had lost some of her memory. You know what I mean? Like, it was a crazy situation. You know what I mean? But that's one of them situations where when you're not being the best that you can be to the game will spank you. And, you know, he probably would think to himself when things like that would happen, like, damn, man, why that happened to me? As good as you might be, because he's a good dude, don't get me wrong. He not no foul individual. He wasn't treating her bad. He wasn't mistreating her. You know what I mean? They had a real good connection going on. They got along great. Everything was smooth. But he was squandering what he was being blessed with. That was the one thing, but that one thing was a big thing. You know what I mean? And as a result, it went the way that it went. You know, so not only have I done certain things to where the game spanked me, I've seen others do things to where the game spanked them, and I learned from them. even though by that time when that was going on, you know, I was well off into the game and I was kind of set being who I was going to be. But it's just always good to take heed to those eye openers like that. D. Markham says, I had an OG back in the 90s, and he always used to tell me that you have to be able to weather the storm. Indeed. But see, when you being good to the game, you know it ain't that difficult to weather the storm. It ain't as difficult as it is for others. Like speaking of weather and the storm, man, when that pandemic hit, boy, and everything shut down, man, a lot of people couldn't weather that storm. That was a storm that people didn't predict, and people was not ready for it, man. You know, all the strip clubs closed. All the hotels closed. You know what I mean? Everything closed. All the bars, all the nightclubs closed. People couldn't weather the storm, man. All them people that you seen on Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook that was big flexing, you know, all that flexing came to a screeching halt when the pandemic hit, man. You know, a lot of people's story got real quiet, man. One day their story was popping. The next day, literally the next day, their story was not it no more. When that pandemic hit, man, a lot of people couldn't weather that storm. But guess who was weathering the storm? Them people that ain't too good for the track. Them people that ain't you know, them people that got the nerve for the curb. Yeah, they, you know, them type of people was weathering the storm beautifully, man. Because, man, the only thing open was the track. They couldn't shut the track down. They shut all the grocery stores down. They shut all the clubs down. They shut all the hotels down. They shut everything down. But the track was still going, though. Cross country, though. Not just in one city, not just in Cali. No, it was tracks that was still moving cross country. People were still eating cross country. And all them people that for so many years talked down on the track, especially talking down on the track to their game, guess what they couldn't do? They couldn't send their people to the track because they talked so bad about it for so long. So, guess what happened when the pandemic hit? They lost their whole household. They lost everybody. Right. Like Dow say, gotta stay down like a body in the ground, you dig? Upon night rasa. You dig. But yeah, man. That's why anybody who knows me knows that there's certain things that I'm not a fan of as far as like avenues of the game. But one thing I don't do is talk down on it, and I don't talk down on the people who do it. Right? Like, anybody who really knows me knows I'm not like a big fan of the internet. You know what I mean? As far as like in calls and out calls, I'll say that. You know, the lines, posting ads. I'm not really a fan of that. You know what I mean? It's the it can be beneficial, but just me personally, it's not my thing, right? But one thing you ain't gonna catch me doing is like condemning it. I might talk shit about certain people that, you know, do it, but I ain't gonna condemn it like it ain't part of the game, or, you know, I'm not gonna disrespect it is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna disrespect it, because the reality is there's people that are strictly internet that, you know, somehow they do their thing and, you know, they thrive, you know, and They make a way. They change lives. They take care of their people. And it's all in the game. So I'm not gonna condemn it. But you got people that condemn the internet. You got people that condemn the track. You got people that condemn the strip club. You got people that condemn the services. You got people that condemn OnlyFans. You know what I mean? But whether you like it or not, it's all in the game. OnlyFans is a little different. It can be different, but it don't have to be different. But in most cases, it's different. But whether you like it or not, it's a part of the game now. So, much props to everybody in the game, man. Everybody that's true to the game, that is. Tough guy say this the drummer freeze. Okay. I got a band for you, OG. We need a P band. That would be fresh. Yeah. It's funny you say that, man, because I've always entertained the thought of putting a band together. You dig? Tough guy, drummer, good looking with the $5 holly. You dig? You taught me it all, so of the game. Dig that. I appreciate you. But yeah, man, let me put some more of this good old love in my body, man. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button one time, man. While I get this love together so I can sip one time. But yeah, man, like I say, the game is always good, man. So if the game ain't being good to you, you got to ask yourself, how good am I being to the game? How good am I being to people in the game? How good am I being to my people in the game? How good am I being to myself? That's big, man. And just because you might feel good, you might be happy, that don't mean everybody around you is happy. And that don't mean that you being the best that you could be. Just got to aspire to be great, man. But the game is always good. That's the main takeaway message, man. I want y'all to understand. The game is always good. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, but like I say, man, it'd be a lot of people complaining about the game, man. And it'd be so much complaining and crying and pessimism in the game that you would think that the game is just bad, man. Hey, man, the game is good. The game is great. The game is great. You just got to be good to it and great to it. And that starts with being good and great to yourself. For real, for real. That would be hard. Fire. Yeah, man, we might have to talk about it, man. I like the idea of that. Yeah, Freeze. You dip in and out with this internet thing, but I can dig it. Yeah, man, my mission right now is to be more consistent with it, man. You know, I'm trying this new look and this new sound right now. We gonna see how this go for a minute, man. I'm gonna do this for a minute, see how this go, man. I'm gonna be more consistent with this, man. You know, figure I'll step my game up a little bit with this microphone, man. You know, it's cool to go live just from the device and use that audio and all that type of stuff, but I like this microphone. I like the way it sounds, man. And I've been BSing because I've been having this equipment for a long time, and I use it for other things, but I don't really use it to go live like I should. I have used it to go live before, but I'm gonna start being more consistent with it, man. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to not dip in and out. Sylvia say it's the houndstooth pattern suit with the red tie for me. Classic. Good looking, Sylvia. I appreciate you. Yes, this mic sounds professional. Yeah, man, it's a trip because it'd be a few people that say that I ain't loud enough or something like that. But the majority of y'all say I sound cool, so I'm going to go with the majority then. You dig? Hold on. Handle something right quick. Yeah, man, but I'm gonna wrap this thing up in a minute, man. I'll answer some questions for the next few minutes. If y'all got any questions. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button. Always a blessing when real ones talk about it. Flash one, indeed. Well, the volume is a little low now that you mention it. I find myself having to turn the volume up. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, is my volume cool? See, I gotta figure it out. I gotta make sure my volume is cool, but not just the volume cool, but the quality cool too, because you gotta balance it a certain type of way. You know what I mean? But then too, I know sometimes I might sound low, like my volume might fluctuate because like I turn my head and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But doing my best to keep my volume cool. You know what I'm thinking about? It's probably people with iPhones that think my volume ain't cool. You know me, even though I got an iPhone, I ain't no big fan of the iPhone. You know what I mean? I'm an iPhone hater. So it's probably the iPhone because I do know that. You know what I mean? I got an iPhone and an Android. And my Android volume is much louder than my iPhone volume. But I ain't got that iPhone 15. No, I was thinking about getting it. Maybe that one might be better. I don't know. Yep, it's low on my iPhone. See, y'all got iPhones. I bet you the people in here with the Android, you know what I mean, the great people, the great ones, you know what I mean, y'all cool with the iPhone, but the great people, the smart people got Androids, you know what I mean? I bet you everybody with an Android ain't got no problem. They need to turn their hearing aids up. Sylvia, you a fool. It's good on my iPhone, but I have headphones. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, my accountability. You see, you got that Droid, smart man. You know what I mean? Smart, you know. I got an Android A12. I'm not hip to that one, but you got an Android, so I'm sure it worked good. The volume is much lower than a normal, but the quality sounds good. I'm using my headphones now, so it's solid overall. All right, well, maybe after this live is over, I'm gonna experiment with it and see if I can improve it myself. Cause like I said, as far as going live with this microphone, I'm not the seasoned vet when it comes to it. So I'm gonna see if I can step it up for the next time a little bit. You dig? I got a Droid Pixel joint. Yeah, that Pixel. I think that's the one I got for my son. My son wanted that phone. I think that's the phone that he wanted. I know for his birthday, back in August, I bought him a new phone. I think it was the Pixel, but I'm not 100% sure. What y'all got going with y'all sound laugh out loud? If it's any louder, I'd be deaf. Laugh out loud. See, I don't know. Everybody got different opinions. I guess it probably depends on what device you use. But see, that's one thing I did though. Like on the playback, like I'll listen to mine and compare it to other, YouTubers or podcasters or whatever. And to me, it sounded like kind of similar, but I don't know. Some people's did sound a little bit louder than mine though. But it only seemed like slightly on my end, but it might be drastically on your end. I don't know. But mic check 1 2 1 2 for sure. Freeze. You mentioned the Me Too movement, the last live. How do you think Me Too will affect the game with all these volunteers pretending to be victims? Yeah, I think it has affected the game somewhat. You know what I mean? Because speaking of the last live, what I was talking about got a lot to do with that. One thing the Me Too movement did is it created an energy where it's okay to weaponize the police or weaponize law enforcement against people, right? So that's what a lot of people in the game are doing now. A lot of people in the game are weaponizing law enforcement against each other. It's just like a cool thing now. It's crazy because it's becoming less and less taboo and more acceptable. So yeah, I think it already has impacted the game, man, and unfortunately, I think for a while it's only gonna get worse. Eventually it'll get better because there's so many things going on that's moving full speed ahead. But it's gonna come a point where it's gonna come a tipping point where it's just too much. You know what I mean? And whether people want to acknowledge that or not, all good things come to an end. And the Me Too movement is good for a lot of people, but it's ethically wrong. It's morally wrong. You know what I mean? Now, the sentiment of it, the whole I was a victim too, Me Too thing, for those people that are truly victims, I get that. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be misunderstood. I don't want people to think that me personally, that I'm, just against, real victims getting justice. But all of these people that's waiting 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 years to finally step forward and say, yeah, back in 1972, he did this to me. He drugged me. He did this to me. He violated me. All that type of stuff. You ain't no damn victim. You've been living all this time, you know what I mean? And you finally deciding to step forward. It's cold how they doing Puffy right now. Sheesh. First, it was Bill Cosby. Then it was R. Kelly. Now they doing Puffy like that. They cold with it. People don't even understand what's taking place. Boy, it's cold. You know what I mean? I don't know Puffy personally. You know, I done heard all the horror stories. I done heard all the weird stories for decades now, man. Been hearing all kind of crazy stuff about Puffy, but at the end of the day, he a black man. And I'm pretty sure he's a blessing to somebody somewhere, man. But I just don't like how everybody just jumps on the bandwagon when it's a black man. You know? And I you know, it'd be a lot of bitch assness going on, man. You know, speaking of the whole Puffy thing, man, it'd be a lot of guys putting their skirt on, man. It'd be a lot of guys taking their trousers off and putting their skirt on, man. You know, and that type of stuff ain't cool. New Child, what's up with you, man? But yeah, man, you know, the way they doing Puff right now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even really feeling it, man. You know, it's cold. But, you know, like I've said before, this whole Me Too thing, man, it was something that a lot of people didn't prepare for. It's kind of like a pandemic, so to speak. Like how the whole world wasn't ready for the pandemic, and when it hit, it caught a lot of people off guard and just messed a lot of people up. That's how the Me Too movement is too. You know, a lot of people was comfortable for a long time, and they never predicted a Me Too movement. You know? So it's like now you got to really be squeaky clean. You got to have all your stuff together because it's like they come for everybody. You know? And the ones who they can get, that's the ones who you hear about. But I'm pretty sure they done came for a lot of people that we ain't heard about. You know what I mean? Me Too done probably came for like Jay-Z and who else? You know what I mean? just a host of other people, you know what I mean? Me Too probably done came for all of them. But, you know, some stuff sticks, some stuff don't. But it's just messed up, man. How cool it is to cry wolf. And I ain't saying Cassie crying wolf, but like I think it is a little yeast being put on the situation. I think it's a little fluff going on. You know, I don't think it's nearly as bad as she's claiming it to be, because if it was, why you stick around for so long? That'd be my thing. Like, if you really a victim, why you stick around for so long? You know, and see, this is the problem that I have with not just Me Too, but the social media, the internet, just the way the world is today, right? Hold on a second, put some more love in my body. This is the problem that I have with the way the world is now. It's just not okay to be a human being no more. It's not okay to be a human being no more. You know what I mean? Like, I was having this conversation with some people not too long ago, right? I miss the days where, you know, you can get away with calling a schmaggot, a jigger. You know what I mean? If you catch my drift. Like, I kind of miss them days. You know what I mean? Because, you know, somebody call you that. Somebody call you a derogatory slur. And, you know, you might fight with the person. You might get into it with them. And, you know, that'd be the end of it. But, it wouldn't kill you to be called something out of your name. Now you can't do nothing. The world is just so sensitive, and I don't like that. Even if you calling me a jigger, like, so what? I done been called that in my life before social media, you know what I mean? And by a white person. And I can recall a time where I laughed, you know what I mean? I remember this white boy one time. Man, I was young, man. I was probably like 20 years. No, matter of fact, I was younger than that. I was probably like 18. And me and my partner, we ride and we pull up to the gas station. And I learned this lesson from my partner, right? Like I said, I'm like 18 at the time. And I pull up to the gas station and this white man come up to me, ask me for some change, right? Or no, he asked me for a few dollars because he said he needed some gas, right? So he was like making it like he got a car at one of these pumps. It was a pretty big gas station, but he making it like he need money for gas, right? So I started to reach in my pocket and hand him some money. And I was with my homeboy Stacy, and Stacy was like, "Hold on, Freeze." He was like, if he really needs some gas, then just pay for it. Don't put it in his hand though. He was like, "My mom's always told me don't just hand somebody some money. If they hungry, buy them some food. If they need some gas, buy them some gas." So then I was like, "Damn, you right." So then I went back to dude. I was like, "Yeah, what pump are you on?" And he was like, "Psh." He like waved me off and started walking away, right? And I started laughing. Then he turned around, got mad as hell. He was like, "F you, you jigger, nah, F you." Nah. He started cussing me out, calling me all kind of NIGGs with the, ER at the end. Got furious, right? I just laughed at him though. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I've always had about me, man. And maybe it comes from, like, when I was a kid, from elementary school, we roasted each other. We talked about each other's mama. We talked about each other's clothes. Whatever we could, right? We roasted from an early age. And then when I got into, like, junior high and high school, I started battle rapping. And you know how battle rap is, you know what I mean? Like, you saying the worst stuff you could say possible to somebody. So, like, that made me have thick skin at an early age. You know what I mean? Like, as a kid, I had thick skin. As a kid, I didn't take offense to what people said to me. You know what I mean? I didn't get furious and want to fight because somebody called me out my name and all that type of stuff. Now the bitch word, that's a little different. And then especially, like, if you in the penitentiary or if you in jail or something, that can have a major impact on your situation because of the environment you in. So if you in jail or prison, even if you one of them type of people that don't get mad when somebody call you out your name, and that kind of situation, depending on how you handle it, sometimes you whatever the case, you got to stand your ground. Whether you got to fight about it or just let it be known, you know what I mean? Because if you don't, then, everybody gonna think you a bitch. But with the exception of situations like that, for the most part, man, like if a white person called me that, and that's the thing about me too, I've always had a mouthpiece, so I've always had like a witty response. You know what I mean? So I've always known how to cut people up with words. And I think I get that from my pops. Because he was like that with me and my brothers, you know what I mean? Like, Pops, he wasn't the type to whoop us, you know what I mean? He didn't really whoop us like that, but boy, when he cut you up with them words, he gonna cut you up so bad, you gonna probably wish he would have whooped you, you know what I mean? So, between having thick skin and being witty with the responses, with the wordplay, I just don't really get mad when people call me out my name, you know what I mean? That's gonna amp me up to like fire back with something even tougher than what they saying. You know what I mean? So I just miss those times. Like Bill say, the golden era. You know what I mean? When you can call a punk, when you could call a buster, and it wasn't so offensive that like, everybody get their panties in a bunch. You know what I mean? Nowadays when you say certain things, like here on YouTube, I can't just say what I want. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna offend so many people. But see, what people don't understand is like what white people using the N-word. Like I said, some people would be offended by it and they might even get into it, but it ain't gonna just like crush their world. And especially depending on where you from, like if you from the South, you probably heard that a lot coming up. You know what I mean? So it was like, even though you don't like it, you know how to push on, you know how to push past it because it just happens so much in your life, right? Same thing with the LGBTQ mic check 1 2 committee, you know what I mean? Community. They had a lot thicker skin back in the day. You know what I mean? Because everywhere they went, they couldn't just like how you see nowadays, they just hold hands and nobody says anything. It wasn't like that back in the day. You know what I mean? If you see LGBTQ couple holding hands or something like that back in the day, they a lot of places they couldn't even do it because people would be in attack mode on them. You know what I mean? But all the slurs and stuff like that, they kind of was like they could take it. You know what I mean? They wasn't so like offended to the point where they just like want to shut everything down and sue everybody and all. It just wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, I kind of just miss them days where you could call somebody whatever you want and you ain't got to worry about getting sued. Rich people ain't got to worry about losing their fortune. Like, for instance, like Donald Sterling. Now, people might look at me crazy for saying this, but like, I don't agree with that. What happened with him? This man lost a NBA basketball team that's probably worth over $1 billion, might be worth a couple $1 billion because he said one word out of his mouth. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on a second. Hold on. But yeah, man, like I said, with Donald Sterling, man, losing an NBA team, basically a fortune because he said one word. And then it's like you can't even say nothing around the people that you like, that you supposed to be rocking with because it's like everybody out to get you. Like Donald Sterling said that, right? He said the N-word. Somebody recorded him saying the N-word. And I'm pretty sure he didn't know they was recording him. Or like Donald Trump, you know what I mean? When he was talking about grabbing such and such in the cooter, like I'm pretty sure he didn't realize that was being recorded. But it's like, big deal. And then it's like, these is white, like wealthy, powerful white men. How many of them think do you think ain't never used the N-word in their life? They all say it. It's just Donald Sterling was the one who unfortunately got recorded saying it. But man, they all saying that. You know what I mean? Just like black people use other racial slurs towards other people, Latinos use racial slurs towards other people. White people use racial slurs towards other people. Asian people use race, like, ain't nobody exempt. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to live on eggshells nowadays, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Simply Deep, 1985. What's up with it? Yeah, shit done got soft all across the board. From sports, entertainment to social media, this game, and it's a damn shame. New Child, you ain't never lied, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's overkill at this point. So it's gonna have to reach a tipping point. It's gonna have to reach a point where it's like, because in a minute you ain't gonna be able to say nothing. In a minute, because they keep on coming up with more and more terms that you can't use. They keep on coming up with more and more, like everything is offensive. And that's what they don't understand. Like the people who regulate social media and all this type of stuff to where you can't say this and you can't do that. What they don't understand is like, you trying to please people. And there is no way in the world that you can please everybody. It's never going to happen. But that's what they trying to do though. So it's only natural for it to reach a tipping point. You dig? Hold on, y'all. We're going to take a quick intermission and I'll be right back. You dig? Don't go nowhere.
It's one of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf did birth my reputation for mashing. Was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them bag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashin' for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician, niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about with running my earned route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch. That's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless. Empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Popping pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Popping pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Popping pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga. Can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. One of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They bash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches.
All right, we back at it. Appreciate y'all's feedback on the song as well. You know, even though that's a throwback freeze joint at this point. That's one thing I miss about Sinful, man. He was the toughest critic. Yeah, Sinful was a tough critic, man. He when I remember when I first played that for him, that Can't Stop the Game, he was like, nah, bro, I ain't feeling that, bro. He's like, you come better than that, bro. But you know, that was one thing about both of us, when we was standing firm on something, we stood on it, man. But that was one of my songs that he came to love great later on. It grew on him. That's how Sinful was with a lot of things, though. Stuff had to grow on him, you know what I mean? He wasn't much of what they call an early adopter. Like when things first hit, he owned it. He wasn't really like that. Long live Sinful to P. Freezes it. You seem like the type of dude that's not easily persuaded into something spontaneous. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, bro. Which I doubt, because you're a pimp. Yeah, nah, I'm not really easily persuaded at all. But at the same time, I'm reasonable though. So if something makes sense to me, then, I can be convinced if something just makes sense. But nah, with a lot of things, it takes a lot for it to make sense to me. I can be I can be quite a skeptic at times, for sure. Especially seeing the things that I've seen in life and being through the things that I've been through. yeah, I can be a skeptic when it comes to a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Drummer say, tough guy say, this song hard. We can kill this live. We gonna have to see what it do, man. You sound like you got some confidence in your band, tough guy. We gonna see, man. You gonna have to let me hear a demo or something, man. Y'all doing y'all's thing. I would stay up late all night, listen to Sin. Yeah, you and me both. All right, we're going to do this for a couple more minutes, man. We're going to wrap it up in just a minute. If you have not wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. We got 304 likes, 304. You dig? That's a good number of likes. Long live Simple to P. I miss that dude. You and me both, man. That's one thing I appreciate about today's times is that, you know, with a lot of things, with a lot of people, you know, it's a lot of stuff to be remembered by. And that's one thing that I'm glad about is that Sinful Philip Brandon Gilmore, I'm glad that he got into social media and got into YouTube and left so much content behind, man, because there's just so much stuff that I just be every day, man, listening to, laughing, like, you know, it's just it's he got a lot of good content that he left behind. This you know, still valuable, still can be appreciated, so that's a beautiful thing. Bro, we got to get that band popping. You got to let me hear something, man. Because I'll be with it, man, if y'all dope, you know. But you can't have no members in the band like on the 5 Heartbeats, you know what I mean? Remember they had a drunk piano player. Hey, tough guy, man, if you the drunk drummer, man, I'm going to have to fire you, man. You remember on the 5 Heartbeats, man, when Duck was sitting off to the side, man, and he was just watching this drunk ass piano player do his thing. Oh man, yeah, you can't be the drunk drummer, man. You can't have no drunk guitar player. You can't have no drunk bass player, man. We can't have no drunk band members, man. That ain't, you know, playing accordingly. You dig? But nah, I'm definitely willing to hear what you got though, because I've been. It's funny that you even brought that up because for years I've had the idea of doing a band. I just ain't never acted upon it. It almost happened like a long time ago, probably like damn near 20 years ago. It almost happened, but we didn't get too far with it. The 5 Heartbeats was the shit for real. For his anniversary, can you drop some classics on the Patreon? Indeed, for sure. Wait, what'd you say? For once I could feel I have someone who loves me. My bad, that was the Temptations, laugh out loud. For sure. But yeah, man, hold on. The track you made when Sin let loose on Danky and Johnny was legendary. Yeah, man. All right, man, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Time be flying, man, when you chopping this game. It don't even seem like we've been live 2 hours, but we have. But the moral of the story, man, the game is always good. And in order for the game to be good to you, you got to first of all believe in the game. I'm talking about truly believe in the game so that you can fully appreciate the game and maximize the game and do wonderful things with the game. It starts with you believing in the game. And then also treating yourself right so that you can treat others right and treat the game right so that the game could treat you right. You dig? But yeah, man, as always, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you have not wiped your feet off at the door before you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so on the way out. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you for commenting. I appreciate you for subscribing and hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate the super chats, the cash apps, the PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you come with it, man. And y'all already know we're going to do this again much sooner than later. If you're out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. Long live the great Philip Brandon Gilmore, a.k.a. Sinful